Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rick McCutcheon. I'm a Dynamics 365 MVP, and this is a partner talk today. And I want to introduce Chris, the CEO of Glympse. I'll let him introduce himself and his company.
I appreciate being here today.
Great.
Yeah, just a little bit about myself before we get going. I fell in love way back in 1998 to the original Palm 7, and I realized that wireless was going to change everything. And my career has sort of followed that trajectory. Got involved in the early days of making applications for what we used to call feature phones. Got into the smartphone industry later in the 2000s. Led a company called UI Evolution that became an industry leader in the connected car, which was wirelessly enabling applications into the car. We exited that company, which was named at that point Zevo, this spring. But before that, I had left the company and joined Glympse as CEO because I fell in love with the power of location to really change the way people communicate with each other and also businesses communicate with their customers. And so that's why I'm here. The history of Glympse is pretty cool. They started as a consumer app. So when the iPhone came out, Glympse was the world's first way for me to share my location with you temporarily. If we're late for meeting up for a cup of coffee, instead of sending you a text to say I'm late, I can actually show you how late I am. And so now you can see I'm 10 minutes away and I'm on my way. So pretty cool technology. App's been around forever. Today we have millions of users who use our app. But several years ago, we pivoted the company into also providing our platform as a customer engagement platform for people to provide last mile visibility into the services that they provide, either to their home or to businesses.
And I love that terminology, especially in the CRM market. Talk to me about what really this last mile, what does it mean? And what types of technology or what types of use cases really use this last mile?
Yeah, so the last mile, from my perspective, is it can be multi-directional. So it can be a business providing a service. Maybe that's a cable service provider coming out to install a new cable modem or install a set-top box for watching the latest TV and entertainment. It could be something like your HVAC provider because your air conditioning's not working, showing up at your house and you provide service. So anytime a service is being provided, but it also could be a product. Maybe you've ordered your groceries online and you're having them delivered to your house. You want visibility, right? Because you need to be home when those services are provided. And today, before Glympse, how this was handled was they were given, consumers were given a window. Somewhere between 1 and 3 will be there. Well,
hopefully
it's a lot of anxiety, right? I mean, in the cable world, it's even worse, right? So you're sitting there wondering if you have time to even, take a quick shower or do anything, right? It's like you're really hostage to the front doorbell, and you're waiting. And then if they're supposed to be there at 4 and it's 4:05, now are they going to come? Did they forget? Can I leave? Right? And so for the consumer, it's a lot of anxiety and a lot of wasted time. For the business, if that appointment leaves at 4:05 when you're going to be there at 4:10, super bad, right?
Yes.
Or even the worst case, all through those 3 hours, if the customer is calling every 30 minutes, where's my tech? Where's my tech? Where's my tech? It's burning up their call center. And if estimates are correct, a minute of call center time can be anywhere from $1 to $3 a minute. So all of that is cost that can be avoided by using something like Glympse, which creates an engaging experience, like waiting for a ride on Uber, that shows you the ETA, and when you're the next appointment, you're actually getting the live map tracking that delivery or service technician to your house.
So this sounds like a fairly large market with a lot of different use cases, because I know, in the field service market within Dynamics is one of its fastest growing applications. And then if we look at, the other side with the consumer app market, again, it's sort of exploding for all the retailers. Everybody wants to have their own personalized app. So let's talk a little bit more, Chris, about sort of dynamics. And I know your team has been involved with a lot of Microsoft events in 2019. What are you guys doing coming up into 2020, and what's your involvement going to be in this Microsoft stack?
So before I answer that question, because I think it's why we're working with Microsoft, you are right. This last mile idea is pretty pervasive today, and it's affecting every business. In fact, Glympse is in several verticals. We're in retail home delivery. We're in grocery home delivery. We have one of the largest pizza providers in the United States who we can track pizza deliveries to the home. We have cable companies like Charter Communications who use our platform. We've got home services companies like TruGreen and Rollins who are providing these services. So it's really quite diverse. But the other side of last mile is actually the consumer sharing their location with the business. So imagine instead of the groceries being delivered to me, I'm actually telling the store I'm on my way to pick them up. So almost like a digital doorbell, when I enter the parking lot, someone can bring my groceries out to my car. No wait, no friction. These are the kinds of tools that are needed for retailers to compete with the tech capabilities of someone like Amazon. So then why Microsoft? Well, Microsoft gives us several advantages. One, as a small independent software company, we do not have a global reach on our own, right? I can service, fairly large enterprise customers in the United States, and we have several large customers in the UK. But to be global, that's really not practical for Glympse. And by partnering with Microsoft, and more importantly, partnering with what I think is one of the best partner ecosystems in the software industry, we can work with their systems integration consulting partners, really to provide our services all over the United States and beyond to the world. And that gives us a lot of reach. Today, Glympse, the consumer app, is available in 95% of the countries all over the world. And we, by February, through our enterprise applications, will be launched in 32 languages in over 100 countries. So
Excellent.
we can't handle that support and go to market on our own. And Microsoft, through their partner relationships and directly with them, give us, we think, a strategic advantage to meet those market needs.
And I think you're at the right place at the right time, because the global partners that I work with are all sort of doubling down on their mobile application market and their field service market right now. They're all very, very busy, and they're growing these practices. So I think, moving your technology over to the Microsoft stack, you've really hit the right place at the right time. And I haven't heard of anybody else with this last mile technology really coming into this dynamics world.
Yeah, we're really excited because for us, we think there's a ton of opportunity to innovate both with Microsoft and their partner ecosystem to create some really unique solutions for the market. Because I think Glympse is unique, and then the combination with this really strong ecosystem, we can create something truly, do I dare say, dynamic for the market.
And on that, I'll post in the notes here how people can get a hold of Glympse, how they can find you on AppSource and in other places. So, is there anything closing that you'd like to say to Microsoft partners or Microsoft end user customers about how they can get engaged with Glympse?
Yeah, so for us, we try to maintain as broad of openness as possible. That means we have very well-defined API capabilities. We have standard SDKs that have been thoroughly tested. One thing everyone should know is that getting location from a device seems easy until you actually do it. We have 12 years of experience with managing device battery life, privacy. In fact, we've got one of the best privacy records in the market for this type of technology. Glympse is SOC 2 Type 2 certified, so we take security extremely seriously. So between our openness and our ability to deal with enormous enterprise customers, partners that work with us should feel very secure that they're getting a best-of-breed technology solution that they can confidently offer to their customers, and they won't be disappointed.
Great. Thank you, Chris, for your time today. And I'm very excited about sort of, what's coming with Glympse and seeing you really move into this market, because I know there's a large customer base and a lot of partners that could really leverage your technology. So thank you very much. And we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you, Rick.